So Ma wanted to know how big the tree was and if she could hug it and get half of the tree, but as you can see there's no way. It's kind of a huge one. It's kind of big. And we're finding all kinds of nuts. I don't know what you call them. We call them beukennootjes. But I'm lacking the word for it in English. But everything we find is empty. And there where there are nuts, it's bone dry. You cannot eat them, it's just the outer shell. And the inner part that you can eat, is not there. And it's probably because it was a really dry summer and most of the seeds just didn't develop. And we're now trying to find wild chestnuts. Tame chestnuts. Someone said we should walk this way, but we're walking on the gravel road. That is more flat because we didn't sleep well, and yeah. Ooh, what's that? So we gotta watch out for tree stumps. Ah. This is a walking route. You cannot let the dog off the leash. Take a look. Yeah? That one is going to be firewood, I guess. And seems nope. This looks like a route to walk, and if I'm correct, we'll end up on the backside of the camping. So gotta watch Mum not falling again. Not a good idea. So let's see if we can find something. Okay, so found one, and looky here. There's what I found. Next, wait. That was just came out of the tree. And this stuff, focus. There's nothing in it. See? It's just empty. And that just dropped from a tree in front of my foot. So that's why I found it. That still had a fruit in it, a nut, but it's actually it's empty. There's nothing in it. So useless. Let's find some chestnuts. Okay, just a few steps further, and we did find them. These are edible, but they're hard to get to. These ones are decent size. These balls sting like crazy. There we go. Chestnuts. Let's get a pocket full of them, because I do like them. They are, if you put them in the fire, they are well, yesterday someone gave me some, and they cremated them. There was, oh, there we go. They're just laying around. Oh my god, look at that. You have a little leaf, boy. Got a little leaf? Where's your leaf? Want it? Want one? He's crazy about leaves. Let's see. I want to collect some. Max. The ground is kind of soft, so they're hard to get to. Ouch. Those are empty. Yes, look good. Hey. Yep, those are good. And these two are just dried out, but that's the only one that can be used. That's my way of opening it. Just put your foot on it. Okay. Ja, ik heb ook wel een... Nee! So we're going to collect some chestnut. So the advantage of taking your dog with you, you have a free dishwasher, and he cleans out really well. Look at that, look at him go. All the edges. And don't worry, it's just chicken and rice, so that's what he gets when he's sick, so can't harm him, and he likes it. And my pan and my plates are squeaky clean, and we're not going to eat half of them again probably, so they're probably clean enough to go back into the pack and clean them at home. So yeah, free dishwasher. So we're back out again. Walked a bit further than yesterday. The footage of yesterday is gone because I had to delete that because my files were corrupt. I don't know why. But we started the same way, walked in a straight line. That's the easiest thing to remember. And today we walked the same past the point where we stopped yesterday because we had more daylight left, and took a left and walked I think a kilometer that way, and we're on our way back. Come on, buddy. We're on our way back because we're actually just walking to get our feet warm and our bodies warm, hoping those guys from yesterday who were destroying the fire, also they were using all of the firewood, so when they stopped at around 8:15 we saw that they were gone, so we thought, okay, time for us to make a little fire. And we had 2 logs left who were too thick to cut. It was too late to use the axe to split them, so we had to do it with some pellets, parts of a pellet, and that burns, but it goes fast and it is really messy, shooting fire sparks everywhere. One hit my pants, so I got a hole in it, so gotta get new pants. And this time the forest guard watcher gave us some new wood. He added some new wood, which is an awesome size because it's about wrist thick to upper arm thick. That is easier to cut with the saw, and I hope they're going to leave some for us. But there were some people who left today, and more people than came back for it, so more people who will be wanting to make a fire. which basically they're not capable of, because it's a really tiny fire with a lot of smoke. So, and I'm not going to show them how, because if they know how, they will use up all the firewood, and we wouldn't stand a chance to even get a little fire going. I'm not going to be using my stuff to start the fire, because I wanted to test my char cloth and my fire steel, and I had some starting wood with me, but I can't choose that, because the fireplace should be able, you should be able to use the fireplace from 6 o'clock, but those guys just started about around 4, so they don't care, and they don't care that other people might want to be using that place. So 2 days in a row, and I hope they're gone when we get back. Probably not, so we'll probably have to wait till around 8:30, so that we can warm up and go to bed early, but first warm up. So yeah, that's basically it. What happened yesterday: we set up the tents, walked for a bit, and had a fire, had a beer, went to bed. Didn't sleep that good, but I slept better than my mum. But my pillow is a inflatable pillow. I'm gonna switch over to the other end. It's an inflatable pillow, so my neck was killing me, which gave me a headache, and my mom had precisely the same problem. So today we didn't do a lot. We just made short walks. She had to lay down, hoping the headache will disappear for a bit, but nope. The showers are old school. Press the button, you get 30 seconds warm water, and you gotta press it again. When you press it again, the first stream will be cold again. So just keep pressing it, but then it will get too hot. So that's annoying. Yeah, further than that, nothing really interesting today. Only the fire making, if we can, if people allow us to make a fire, we will. If not, well, we'll drink a beer and go to bed. So, see you guys later. Good morning. Oh, pants are dirty. Forgot to film when I woke up. Forgot to film last night, to film the tent. Make noise. But yeah, I was at the fire. There were too much people, and I still think it's strange talking to a camera with a lot of people here. So basically, I just left the camera on the ground. Didn't film anything, and it was nice. Good talks and nice people, and yeah, went to bed at around 12, and I slept like a baby. Went into my tent, put the dog in his sleeping bag, and I stuffed my clothing into the sleeping pillow baggie. I deflated it and got the plastic inflatable out, and I just crammed some clothing in it, and I used that as a makeshift pillow, and it worked great. No pain in my neck, no pain in my head. So that worked awesome. Also, we had a downpour of rain this night, and really, I have no idea. I slept through it all. Mum was had to pee, so she was waiting for it to go. The rain would stop, but it wouldn't stop, and it was pouring down and pouring down. And when I woke up, I saw that. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. So I thought that was condensation on the inside, so I felt, but the inside is bone dry. There is actually no condensation at all. That is awesome. The other tent was soaking wet. It was like sleeping in a trash bag. This one is dry. No wind. It doesn't matter how hard the wind blows. I do not feel any wind. And my sleeping mat, my X-Pad is working great. The thing does not deflate, so I don't have to redo everything. So this is the second night, and I did not have to pump it up again. So that is cool. My sleeping bag works. Mom was using the other one. I was using the one I made before. And I don't have a problem with any one of them. I left it open last night because it was kind of warm. So we didn't drop below, I think, 10 degrees Celsius. So that will be 40-ish Fahrenheit, I think. So yeah. So yeah, it wasn't a cold night, so I left my sleeping bag open. I just used it as a quilt, which the idea is to be able to do that. So this one has a zipper in case it gets really cold, but I do like the lengthening baffles. The baffles going lengthwise. I made these like squares, and the down can just move around through the whole bag. And the other one I just did a length. So that means the down can just go up and down, not left and right. And that actually worked pretty good, so I think I'm going to order new fabric and make another one and adjust a little to compensate a error I made. Ooh, there's the forest guard again. And yeah, further than that, good night. It rained, everything is dry. All my stuff underneath the here, I don't know how you say it, but that stuff is dry. The other side is dry, the inside is dry, the inside of the tent is dry. Everything is dry. I slept like a baby, my dog slept. This time he did stay in his sleeping bag. So I think he was a bit cold because he was tired, I think. And yeah, people are breaking up. Not breaking up, that sounds crazy, strange. But people are removing their tents. So everyone on this field will be leaving, and I don't know what those guys over there are going to be doing. They're going out late. There is a father with his daughter. I think he's leaving too. The big orangey tent is staying, and I think the couple over there, there, I think they are staying too. And we have just a lot of caravans. Just a lot of caravans. People call that camping. So yeah, we're mom's taking a shower, and why? Because we can, and the thing is there, and you do not have to pay extra for it, so why not? And further than that, my clothing still does not stink because I was not in smoke. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's time for coffee and something to eat because I'm babbling and it's not making any sense. So see you guys later. Okay, good morning. I had a shower, and on the way to the shower I saw someone there. That guy was, I'm gonna zoom. That guy was in the fire hut. He was sleeping underneath that. He was sleeping underneath a, what is it, a sheet that you get at probably Walmart. Here just the stores for home thingies, I don't know. But it's not a tent. And I walked past him and I thought, what the heck? That guy is, is cool. I prefer using a hammock or a tent, which gives a bit of comfort. And he was just sleeping on the ground. He had a sleeping mat. He was laying on top of it. It rained, it poured rain last night, and he stayed dry. I don't know how he did it, but he just said, yeah, I woke up with the sun in my face. So yeah, I do think it is cool, but I don't think I would do that in these kind of conditions. It was not that cold last night. It never went down below 12 degrees Celsius, so 40-ish. Yeah, it wasn't cold, but the tent did amazing. It poured rain all night, seemed. I never noticed anything. It was because I was tired, because I drank beer. I think it was because I was tired and drank beer. But I slept through the whole night. I changed my pillow, got the plastic out, I crammed my clothes in it, and it worked way better, so I'm gonna do it old school. The dog is waiting for mom to come back. She had to go to the toilet, and the tent stayed dry. The outside is wet, but further than that, slept like a baby. And a lot of people are leaving today, so we will have less tents. Only those guys over there are staying. It's a shame that I have not got the chance to make the fire myself. I did poke it up, but it was already burning. Last night I didn't film anything because yeah, it was fun. It was good talking, and didn't want to film. So yeah, and today we're gonna see what we're gonna do. We have a full day. It's going to be the last night. Tomorrow we'll pack our stuff up and leave for home. Leave this place, because it's actually pretty cool, because look at that. It's not that big. That is. It is. As far as you can see, that is just it. There's no more. Oh, that guy is making his breakfast. He's packing up the fire. There is a spot for people who come in hiking or biking. Those guys got really wet. There is a pool of water in their tent. Those guys stay dry, I think, but they're still sleeping. And yeah, this is it. This is the whole camping. So it's not that big, but it's really a lot of people come here, and it's kind of crowded. These are the last days that it's open. November they will close their doors. There will be 3 winter campings, but a person told me a camping format that is 60 euros a year. They have through Holland multiple campings, which are nature campings, not a lot of luxury. Fire pit is there, and if you're the first one who comes there in the season, it's probably you're the first one, so you'll be the one guarding the finance. So everyone just does it themselves, and it's a €3 a night to camp there. So I'm definitely gonna look at that, but I forgot the name, so I'm gonna ask mom if she remembers it. But that is definitely an option. Not a lot of luxury, no showers or things, just forced. And it seems they have really nice spots, because they are there for about 100 years. So, and it's been the same format. People just pay the overseeing company that owns the ground, and the members of the campings just support it by doing the finance. They pay, and the first one that comes is the one guarding the income, so he is responsible for getting the money from other visitors. So that is cool. So I'm gonna definitely gonna look at that. So for now, let's see what we're gonna do today. So we started walking. This day is a good day because we slept, and I started filming here, and that should be a hole in the ground, and they say it is a big hole because there was a big ice lump in the ice age which melted and left up that hole. Other people believe that it's a hole, and there used to be a monastery there, but it sank into that hole. But it seems nobody knows really what happened, and they just leave it that way for people to see a big, huge hole in the ground. So it should be 1.3 kilometers, so that's not a really long walk. And yeah, from there we'll just have a look-see. And I think we're on the horse path,
Yeah.
so probably take the biking route, because Mum does not like horses. And most of the time when you don't like a horse, the horse doesn't like you. So no encounters with horses. Ooh, this looks pretty. Look at that.
Hello.
So yeah, we're on the bicycle path, and there was a walking route, a little purple thingy, but I don't know if we should be following that. But there are a lot of bikers. And, hello.
Hello.
Everyone says hello. That is Dutch. So, looks. Ooh, look at that one.
This is a big one.
That must have made a lot of sound. There is a lot of fallen trees. This is actually the oldest forest we have in Holland, and yeah, because of that there are a lot of walking routes which are man-made, and you cannot, they do not want you to go off the routes. That's a bit different from where we were on other times. There we could just walk the man-made by walking it, and you could follow that. So this is more of a yeah, a road trip, but still we're walking and we're having fun. Oh, still walking on the bicycle lane and still looking for the big hole. And we found a ooh, that way. This is 0.5, so we had 1 kilometer, and that way is something, I don't know what it is, but we're going this way because we want to see that big hole. And there's also a information thingy. Ooh. Okay, so that's cool. So there are different stories about what it is, but basically it still is a big hole. And we're almost there, just half a kilometer, and we're at the hole. So I'm curious. That's we always have something on our list what we want to see, but this time we did not. We just played it by ear, but we found some information about the hole yesterday, and we thought, well, let's have a look there. And we both slept better than the night before, so we're both fairly rested, and yeah, Ma woke up a couple of times, but that's actually normal. So for her doing, she slept same as normal in her own bed. So bonus. Still got to try the small pillow when you stuff your clothes in it, like I did, because we cannot take a normal pillow in the pack. And also I got to look at my ouch. Just got hit on the head
With a nut.
but with a nut. Thank you, tree. We cannot take a huge pillow to campings. That's not a good idea because it will not fit in the backpack, and I'm not going to buy a 70-liter pack just to fit a pillow. Well, it's not in my hands, but that should not be the idea. But if that's the only way to get some sleep, well, we'll buy a bigger pack, which does not mean it will get heavier, because I have to look at my own pack and lose some stuff, because I'm taking a lot of stuff which I don't use. Look at what I found here. Little guy, what you doing? Yeah, it's cool. You see them crawling around all over the place, and I'm constantly trying not to step on them, because every animal in a forest has a right to live, and if I can prevent stepping on them, I will. But a lot of them were stepped on by other people that don't care. But it's small, but they actually clean up nature pretty darn well, so they are useful. So don't step on them. That's why I'm constantly looking at the ground, so I'm not killing them. And also there's a lot of thingies on the ground which you can easily slide over, so that's not a good idea. We already did that 2 weeks ago, and but we should be getting near the hole. There are some cool trees. They just climb up the dead trees. Climbing up there. You can, if I am correct, you can also use this as tinder to start your fire with. Do not eat them. That's not a good idea. I think I saw people using this for fire tinder. So there is a lot of them on the tree. Ooh, those guys are like.
They're little men.
They're good in hiding. Ooh. See some more. There's some more. Those guys. I'll take a picture of that. Well, let's go look for the hole. Don't think. Nou, kom op zeg. Don't. The disadvantage of walking with a dog. When he's sniffing, and he does not stop sniffing. You've got to pull. Let him sniff now and then, but not every single tree. But I don't think this is the hole, but it is something, and it is a hole, and there is a little information thingy there. So I'm going to have a look-see. And because this is a kind of a steep slope thingy. Nee, kom. Moet je zitten daar. Mum decided to wait at the bench that is there. And I wonder what this is. Let's see. Oh, this is a fragile part of the forest, and you are not allowed to enter that. Okay, so no entrance there. What is it? Oh, it's kind of a swampy environment. Oh, okay, so it's a little swamp. Well, let's go on and find that hole. So, that hole, which I thought that it was not the hole, seems to be the hole. So,
Now a swamp.
hello. So that was it. That was the hole. Yeah. Those people. Ja. 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 Nee.
Ik denk dat we
Nee.
richting de speult, dat is
Huh.
dat
So,
bos waar wij waren.
yeah, het speelde bos. So, I think we're going that way because that is where we are. And that is a forest, I think, where we started. So, we gotta go this way. And I'm gonna walk on this part because it's annoying, all those bicycles. Well, actually that little thingy that I just filmed was the huge hole, which I don't think is a huge hole. There are some fragile plants growing there, and that is what that is what makes it special. So they put a little fence to keep people from walking over it, because they will destroy it. But maybe in summertime there will be more to see than now, because I did not think that was really spectacular. But maybe my expectations were too high. So we did see it, so we have to think of something else to walk to, because we just started, so don't want to be sitting at the camping doing nothing. That's boring. So let's see what we can find. So, basically, what you do when you're looking for tame chestnuts is just scan the ground. Just get a stick and look, there we go. See? That's one, and this one is good. And there's another big one in here. You gotta watch out with these guys. Ouch! Because they do sting. They are decent size nuts, like this ball of, you think it's fluffiness, but it is quite, they sting and they break off easily, and you will have a splinter in your finger. So the easiest way is just to poke the ground. And look, there we got one. Just push your foot on it, roll a bit, and there we go. But these guys, as you can see, very decent size. But most of the time, there we go, they're just already on the ground. So you do not need to poke a hole inside of it, but you can. And every nut is a nut. And I'm not nuts, but these guys used to be in the old days something instead of potatoes. Before we found potatoes, and I'm just looking. Let me unscrew this thingy. Before potatoes, this was the main source of it. I don't know what the name of it. We call it zetmeel, but that's not what you call it in English. Max, nee. But it's a good source of food. There we go. Ouch. See another one. And here's another one, which is still inside of its little annoying, stinging cocoon. Max, los! Hey! And that one is gone. Oh, there it is. See? You can find a lot of these guys. I got a whole bucket full of them already. And we also have a load on the camping already. And I think I'm going to make something from it, because I'm not gathering it to do nothing with it. I'm going to cook with it. You can just throw them in the pan with a little bit of butter, and you will just roast them. These are examples of guys that are not good anymore. Also, as you can see, there's a little hole in there, and that little hole means that it's not, you cannot use it anymore, because there is a small little animal inside of it, and you don't want to eat that, because I don't know what kind of animal it is. I don't know if it's poisonous. Max! The dog is eating almost anything he can find on the ground. But there are so many. You just see them everywhere. Sometimes they're empty because the wild boar do the same as we are doing now. They're just scanning around and just eating those nuts. Nope, that one is empty. Oh, there we go. They're getting bigger and bigger. It's a decent size. So we're just gonna search a little bit more and then probably go back, because I don't feel like walking no longer. We did 7 kilometers today, so that's good enough for me. Good morning. It is already light outside. Slept good again. I didn't film anything last night. That guy next to us is annoying. You don't want to know. But okay. It rained again, and I didn't hear anything. Slept like a baby, and yeah, it was a good 3 days. Didn't film a lot. The first part I filmed went wrong. Memory card got corrupted, and I had to delete those. And yeah, I have to see what I have on my card. If I can make can make something of it. My down sleeping bag works like a charm. Was not cold, not at any point. I am going to make a new one in length, because it seems, and the down is just moving
to the sides. Although I didn't get cold, but because for the winter this will not work, because eventually the down will move and we will get cold. And oh God, make that man stop. For that, today is the day we're gonna leave, thank God, because I wouldn't want to spend another day with that man. And yeah, so we're gonna dry the tent because it rained again, and I gotta get dressed. But for that, tent works awesome. Everything is dry inside, and I slept good on my sin mat from X-Bed. So, right, well, let's wake up and get stuff done.